Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh and this is your JIS News for Thursday, July 6. Jamaica is now a signatory to the agreement establishing the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and Energy Efficiency, CCRE. Prime Minister Andrew Holness signed the agreement earlier today as he participated in Day 2 of the 38th regular meeting of the Conference of the Heads of Government of CARICOM. With the signing, Jamaica joins other small island developing states in the move to advance sustainable energy issues and solutions. Meanwhile, at the first plenary session of the CARICOM meeting, Mr. Holness called for urgent action on the implementation of the Caribbean single market and economy. The CSME allows for the free movement of people and goods within the regional grouping, which would see to the full integration of the Caribbean. While some amount of trade has been facilitated, the free movement of people, in particular skilled labor, has been a sticking point for some CARICOM members. This, as the smaller member states have raised concerns about inflows from larger member states. But Mr. Holness reasoned that though an implementation plan was in place, the issue of the movement of skilled workers needed to be moved up on the agenda and fast-tracked. The Prime Minister's views were shared with JIS News by Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade Minister Senator Kamina Johnson-Smith.
Jamaica's position is that this is something that has been on the books for 7 to 10 years, meaning heads decided on it 7 to 10 years ago, depending on the particular issue. And we think that really if member states are committed to implementing then and committed to ensuring that our people experience CSME in a way that is real and important to them, then the movement of skilled workers is something that should be moved up in the implementation plan.
The Consumer Affairs Commission, CAC, is hoping to complete by month-end verification of claims submitted by motorists who were affected by contaminated gasoline in late 2015. CAC's chairman, Kent Gammon, says the commission is reviewing 382 claims.
The 382 figure, however, does not represent the total number of bad gas complaints, as not all have submitted the relevant information, or it may have come in after April 8th, the 2016 deadline.
Mr. Gammon was speaking on Wednesday at the CAC's quarterly media briefing. He said a special technical committee had completed verification of 224 or 60% of the claims received. The committee is headed by representatives of the Island Traffic Authority and includes personnel from the Heart Trust NTA and Jamaican German Automotive School. The CAC is seeking approximately $32 million in compensation on behalf of the affected consumers from petroleum marketing companies whose stations were identified as the locations where the gasoline was sourced. National Housing Trust loan applicants can now benefit from improvements in home grants and financing for NHD scheme solutions. Since July 1, the Trust is offering qualified contributors the full amount required to buy NHD units, provided that they can afford the monthly loan payments. At the same time, NHD contributors with a disability who are certified by the Jamaica Council for Persons with Disabilities and are earning up to $30,000 weekly will borrow at a rate of 0%. The NHD will also provide a grant of $150,000 to mortgagors with disabilities or those who reside with and care for a family member who is disabled to retrofit or upgrade their dwellings. Additionally, low-income contributors earning below $12,000 weekly and who are contributing for over 7 years will now be able to access up to $2.5 million for an NHD home grant. Meanwhile, the NHD has partnered with credit unions to implement a housing microfinance loan program. Contributors earning $30,000 or less per week will be able to access credit of up to $1.5 million to help meet their housing needs. The first agreement under the partnership was signed on Friday with the Community and Workers of Jamaica Cooperative Credit Union. Agreements with other credit unions are to follow. Under the partnership, funds will be made available for on-lending to current and new contributors to repair or improve their existing homes or build their own homes. Contributors will be able to borrow up to $1.5 million over time, with interest rates of 6% for secured loans and 9% for unsecured loans. These NHD policy changes were announced by Prime Minister Andrew Holness during his 2017-2018 budget presentation in March. In other housing news, the Housing Agency of Jamaica, HAJ, presented 3 of its beneficiaries with titles for house lots at its Boscobel View scheme at a recent handing over ceremony. Member of Parliament Robert Montego urged others to make the effort to complete their payments so that they too could receive their titles.
you get an opportunity to pay for it little. And those who are working NHT has come on board and say, I will lend you the money. And you pay for it, and me lend you money to build your house.
Over 80 persons have so far received titles for lots inside the development, which the HAJ began regularizing 8 years ago. And finally, hundreds of Jamaicans paid their last respects to former Senator and Minister of Government, Ambassador Carlisle Dunkley, at the official Thanksgiving service held yesterday. The funeral was attended by several political leaders and government representatives. In her tribute, Kimberly Dunkley said her father was a man of integrity with an unwavering commitment to excellence.
Growing up, he held all of us to very high standards. Some we thought we may never meet, but for one thing was for sure, we weren't allowed to give up.
Mr. Dunkley, who died on June 21, served Jamaica for more than 40 years in various posts. He held the positions of Cabinet Minister, Deputy President of the Senate, and former President of the NWU. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.